And once again, we are back. I am so excited that you stayed right here because today's content and information is off the charts thanks to my friend Kirk and Xizzle TV. So where we left off is that we were speaking about all the options and opportunities that Xizzle has to offer. But I'd like to segue into the additional organizations that are supporting these entrepreneurs that are coming on Xizzle TV because obviously we're all here, we're in business to make money. There's nothing, people sometimes shy away from that. You know, it's like almost like you're guilty if you're making money, but everybody's here and they're on their journey for success. And I am not here to judge where anybody needs to be, but I think that you and I agree, we need strong alliance partners in order for our businesses to thrive. You need partners so that your clients that want to come on Xizzle have the appropriate opportunity and you're helping to build their foundation. No different than mine, right? Equity First needs people like you, and more importantly, people like Tanua and Brickle. So I know that we did speak with Steve earlier from Tanua, but I know that these are two solid partners of yours. And between those two companies, they really help your business thrive because it's giving opportunities to your clients to explore financing opportunities so that they can get their messaging out. So let's talk a little bit really about, let's start with Brickle Capital.
Okay.
I know that I spoke to Elias. They do amazing work. You're a partner with them. What has your experience been with Brickle Capital helping the young entrepreneurs get financing?
Well, they've helped me realize that we as Black and brown folk, we cannot run our businesses, continue running our businesses on our own capital. This is why if you're a business owner, you're listening to this, and at every end of the month, you are strapped and you're worried about, your business surviving that month and it's on a monthly battle. It's because you're running your business on your own capital. And there's financial products out there. Whatever you do not sign a merchant cash advance. It's going to bury your business, right? And the people who sell you that, they're going to HE double hockey sticks in a handbasket. They're not helping you, right? They're taking advantage of you and they will bury your business, right? They saved me from signing an MCA, but they can save you if you already signed one. If you have one MCA, they'll restructure you. What do they provide? They provide business lines of credit. Everything is a financial product. Once you start looking at money as a financial product, you realize that it really is energy and it's something that you need to start using and learning how to really use. Your credit card is a financial product. Your bank account, your personal bank account, your personal checking account, savings account, they're financial products, right? And there's this financial product that only one of 10 companies do nationwide. And these are business lines of credit that are unsecured and recurring. Cost you $0 to apply, cost you $0 to get the money, but you do have to qualify. What's great about the business line of credit that Brickle Capital provides is you only have to be in business a year, right?
Yeah.
So if you've been in business a year, you provide 3 months bank statements, a credit, not a credit card, a license, driver's license, and an EIN number, you can qualify. You have to have money moving into that bank account for 3 months. You have to show that you have money moving into those accounts for 3 months, and then you can get qualified. You can apply, costs nothing, and you can get approved, costs nothing. You can get the money, it costs nothing. How much does that money cost you? 1.5% a month. I tell people that, and they're like, what's the catch? There is no catch. They're taking the risk of giving you that money for free at 1.5% a month. Say your business gets approved for a $50,000 business line of credit. You can do payroll, purchase equipment, run systems, do whatever you want with that $50,000. If you're a construction company, you can build material, you can buy materials, run the construction company, run the project. If the client is a month paying you back, it's fine, right? Because you stayed fluid. You didn't use your own money to run that project. You finish the project, the client pays you, you pay back the $50,000. They say thank you so much at 1.5% a month. And they're going to bump up that business line of credit about 10 to 20%. They reassess all the time. And so they've had clients since 2005 growing their line of credit, right? Running their business. So, and you can run that business line of credit 5, 10, 12 times a month if you want. If you run it monthly, you're only paying 1.5% a month, and you can run it 12 times a month. 12 times a year. So once a month, you can run the business line of credit. Only costs you 1.5% a month. There's no penalty to pay it back early, and you're only paying that short interest rate. So even if you're running your business on a credit card, Credit cards will charge you 18 to 24%. If the bank is not lending you any more money, a business line of credit is the way to go. If you have an MCA, merchant cash advance, and it's burying you, the way out is a business line of credit. And you don't have to buy with Brickell Capital Finance, but educate yourself. There's a huge knowledge and wealth gap. Do not, fall into these traps of high interest rates. There's other options out there, and it's become my mission in life to educate people and help them realize that there's other options out there, that they don't have to sign the merchant cash advances. And I keep finding out, listen, doctors' offices, chiropractors, dentists, orthodontists, they're all in the same boat. We all need financing, but we're all experts and we're all amazing at what we do, but we don't know the ins and outs of these finance points to run a business. I know, I was there, right? I'm you, but I went out and educated myself. I was lucky enough to find mentors and find financial products that are more accessible, that friendly, that will actually really help you. And they're so important, in fact, that I'm connecting them with the National Minority Supplier Development Council so we can help even more Black and brown businesses, right? They need the help. They need the support. I met one guy at the National Minority Supplier Development Council, big brother, big African-American guy. His name shall remain nameless, but he gave me a big hug, met him there. Said, dude, he goes, what do you do? I elevate people, even with a conversation, just a connection. It's like, so how do you do that? And I explained everything that I do, including Xizzle TV, everything, right? And he goes, business line of credit, what is that? I explained it to him. He goes, I need one, I'm in. 2 months later, I see him at a restaurant VIP opening here in Miami, gives me a huge bear hug. And he goes, Kirk, I go, dude, what's up? And he goes, you're not buying drinks the entire night. I go, what happened? He goes, that connection you made? He's like, yeah, I'm saving $12,000 a month in interest alone. 12 grand in interest alone. Asked him, what does that do for you? He goes, you have no idea. It's the difference between my business dying and now surviving. He's like, thank you so much. And he's a beast at what he does. He knows his industry in and out. Same thing with doctors, lawyers, etc. They don't know this stuff out there exists.
Yeah. They don't know finance. They're not taught. And we, when we're dealing with clients on our side, we get a lot of clients that, again, they're skilled in their craft, but they were never taught the fundamentals about being a business owner. And we get that all the time. And so when I had the opportunity for the introductions that you made between Tanua and Brickell, there was instant synergy because of what I do. I'm the nucleus for the business owners that are looking for pathways to building credit, getting a solid foundation. And again, it's what you don't know, you don't know. So right now, I know even with Brickell, since the introduction, our relationship has been fantastic because I have so many clients that are referred to my organization that are in the MCA. And the easiest way for me to describe what Brickell does, it's the equivalent of a refinance in the mortgage industry. You're going from a higher payment to a lower payment. And when you already have a client that has established they can make the payment, it's almost a no-brainer. If you were paying $10,000 a month on that MCA, and now we're affording you the opportunity of paying $6,000 a month, we already know that your success rate is so high because you were making the payments when they were $4,000 more. So It's amazing how different introductions, and it's always keeping a pulse to the market. And there's something to be said for just those constant connections. And sometimes you have to go through 15 or 20 people to find the one good one.
Yes.
Right. But you were a cheat. You're a cheat for me because, we connected right away and the synergy was there. And what I love most is, again, how you're keeping the pulse for your clients about the financing. Again, we had Tanua on the show as well today, offering business trade lines. The higher your business trade line, the higher the lines of credit, because you no longer look like you are at risk. And these are all such important things. With the time that we have right now, what would be your final statement for entrepreneurs, especially entrepreneurs that are thinking about marketing and, more importantly, how they can get involved with Xizzle TV?
Well, all they have to do is email me, Kirk. You see my name, Kirk at Xizzle Xizzle.tv, and you see how Xizzle is spelled there. Kirk at Xizzle.tv. And listen, this is not some funnel. You're going to be getting me, right? And I'm the selling point, right? I joke around that I'm like the genie from Aladdin, because you've never had a friend like me. You name it, I have connections. You name it, I've done it. I can elevate you just with a simple comment, conversation, feedback, quote, you name it. I'm that guy, and I've become that guy. And I'm comfortable enough in my own skin and my skill set and my sphere of influence to say that all I can do is help. And I will help in one way or another. If it's marketing, if it's branding, there's a lot of companies out there, a lot of, mom and pop, or a lot of medium to small market companies and medium to size companies, even larger companies. They don't get what marketing is, that it is storytelling. And as a journalist, I've been telling stories my entire life, and that's my passion. For instance, Tanua, I helped them within one meeting, and they were blown away. And I loved their mission, but I gave them free marketing advice, and they saw my value, and now they want to partner up. So you name it. From charter jet companies to major companies that do marketing with huge celebrities, I provide consultations from them, right? But those type of consults cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, correct? But I make it more accessible. You reach me directly, and for instance, it's something as simple as your elevator pitch. I meet a lot of business owners who've been in business a long time, and you ask them, what is it that you do? And they tell the story the wrong way. There's a right way to tell your story. There's a right way to develop your elevator pitch. It's real easy. And for me, I find out that that's my superpower, right? Because I love storytelling. I'll sit down, talk to someone for 10 minutes and listen to really what their story is and what their business is. And I go, listen, this is your elevator pitch. This is how you sell it. And this is how you write it and present it. They're like, oh, wow, I did. Wow, that's amazing. You came up with that in just in 10 minutes. I can do that. That's my superpower, right? And it really has to be something that connects with people and parlays it simply, right? Tell your story the most easiest way. And I can tell a story within 1 or 2 sentences. And that's why the Xizzle Reel intro to a Xizzle TV episode is so effective and important. It's telling that story in a fun, exciting, quick way, right? Within 2 sentences, within 10 seconds, the viewer, the person watching anywhere on smart TV, on the stream, doesn't matter, in the elevator that you're talking to, within 2 sentences, they need to know what you're all about, what you do, and why what is your selling point? What is your unique selling point, right? What is your differentiating factor? What makes you unique? What makes you, simple, exciting, fun, that they need to connect with you? That needs to be parlayed within the first 8 to 10 seconds. So you better have that down, and you better have someone who coached you on it and told you about it. And it starts beyond that to Zoom. I'm a corporate Zoom coach. I've coached Google, Toastmasters, Brown and Brown. It starts with everything that you do, including Zoom. If you don't realize that when you're on a Zoom sales call, Zoom meetings, you're broadcasting. You're a broadcaster. And you need a skill set. You need to realize that you need to create a broadcast mentality. And my performance tips, my practical performance tips help with that, right? That's why I coached 4,000 Google employees in 1.5 hour. Yeah, 4,000 people in 1.5 hour. It takes, once you are that kind of person that has a skill set, that knows how to do something, to me, it's no big deal. It's second nature, right? But it's something that's so important that people just don't understand or get. I see so many people on Zoom, dropping the ball, not realizing that it's a huge marketing opportunity, not only a selling opportunity, but a marketing opportunity. And even with your own team, if you're having internal Zoom meetings with your own team, you got to create that broadcast mentality and entertain them, not only run the meeting, but be intentional in the messaging and distribution of information. So listen, everyone's been on Zoom since the pandemic. We're all burned out. We're all working from home. We have our dishwashers leaking in the back, our dogs, people cutting the grass on the outside. How do you deal with all of that? It's real simple. You need on-camera skills. You need a mindset, and you need to realize how to bridge that digital divide, right? And we, as anchors, as journalists, we've been bridging that digital divide forever. The camera for us is a black box. We literally have to talk into that black box, pretend we're in your living room talking to you, right?
I love
So
it. With
my
that,
practical tips teach that.
I love that. Thank you so much for joining us today. Once again, I encourage everybody to reach out to my friend Kirk if you are looking for marketing. He is a fantastic power partner. Until next time, stay tuned for another episode of The Credit Authority.